Good evening and welcome back to Football Manager 2024 and the London Green Save. We're back with another episode here today, guys. See the next game, the big one. Next game really is a big one. It's in 4 days' time. It's against Manford Way. We've got two games in today's episode. First is against Manford Way. Second is against the Rising Ballers, Kensington, who are down in 8th. As explained in the last episode, guys, we're going to be having one home game per episode, and any away games before that will be in the episode. Means today we're going to have two games, and then actually for the rest of the season it will be two games. It'll be away home all the way to the end. So we'll have the episode 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 episodes season. It isn't that many episodes at all, to be honest. When I was thinking about how it might extend the season out, it doesn't really do it that much. We've managed to get a win in the last game against Equity. Matty McDonnell on debut, Sam Allen on debut, and of course Hugh Arndale on debut as well. Pretty dang nice for them to keep a good clean sheet. They can see when it comes to the budget and the spending and yada yada yada, we're actually doing really well. Actually doing quite nicely and losing money, well, way less than we were in the first couple of seasons, where you can see we were actually hemorrhaging money and then getting a loan and then hemorrhaging money and then getting a loan. And this time we're a lot closer to our income, to our expenditure. And of course, every time we play a home game, that kind of bumps up a bit. That's what we're after for today's episode. Let's go to the inbox. We've got nothing really to look at. Continue, get to that Manford Way game ASAP. Oh, dang. And would you believe it? Moses Yakubu has joined us as well. His appearance fee is a little bit higher. Clean sheet bonus a little bit higher. But like I say, it doesn't really matter because you're only going to be paying players if they actually make the appearance. At the moment, even look, some of our starting lineup don't actually have an appearance. Nethercott definitely deserves. You know what? I'm going to RP this, and I'm going to actually offer contract Nethercott and see if he wants an appearance fee, because he definitely deserves it. There we go. I'm willing to part with the £25 per match that he genuinely does deserve. We're going to hit continue. We're on the Sunday now, and we have a game on the Saturday, which is quite interesting. Yakubu has joined. That's all good. It does look like there are some games being played on the Sunday, potentially the Manford Way game, which means they would be a little bit tired for our game. Interesting. Okay, so what games were being played? No, Manford Way didn't actually have a game. So Shepherd's Bush beat Camden, which means they've gone up to 34 points. So they're kind of joining the race. You can see a 4-point gap between the Cranes and Elmstead. Grantham beat Rising Ballers, and they're very much on the 30-29. They're in the kind of second tier, you could say. Tigers took a point off of Larkspur. I mean, look at that. That's very close in the relegation, except for Bermondsey took a good win against London Samurai to, again, close that gap. They would have been on 17, so they would have been down here. Win brings them out, and it knocks Equinoccio and the London Tigers into the relegation zone. So, a lot going on in this league. Of course, so many seasons in the past we've been playing in, they're so close, they're so congested, that winning your games is very important. And hopefully, I don't know when Manford Way are playing their next game, actually. It's against us. Then they've got a game on the Saturday, so they're going to be actually very tired for that Kensington game. Then they've got a tough run. They've got London Cranes and Shepherd's Bush all again together, 3 days apart. That's rough. That is not. I would not be happy if that was us. Where we've actually got a slightly nicer one, Kensington, and well, we've got London Cranes as well. It's not that much better than Shepherd's Bush. So Manford Way are obviously just one step ahead of us in the fixture rotation. Yeah. Okay, let's get to the Manford game. After that little bit of news. Well, of course, actually, wait. Let's see if Nethercott accepts the contract. Probably should, but I don't know. Oh, dang. Okay. Little bit of news. Dan Lowther is out for 2 to 3 days, which definitely means he will miss that Manford game. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a change in the midfield. Who do we go for? Do we bring Ben Rothon into the midfield? Do we play Jack Smith? Do we play Zico Creeth? Not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to, maybe we'll get an update training or something like that. Whoever's been training well. Get the call up. see. It's interesting though, because then now there is again another player this season that we brought in. They're expecting us to lose. Expecting us to lose this game. So Dan Lowther's going to have to take a break. I'm going to make that change because of that. Jason John, maybe Zico Creeth does start. Jack Smith, Ben Rowthorne. I think Jack Smith gets the start. Zico Creeth stays on the bench. Any other changes? I mean, McDonald missed a penalty, but did have a good first game. So did Allen. Let's give Stringer a start over Crosby. Go with. That's what we'll go with. Just one change. You know, I don't really make many changes. Like I say, I'm trying to settle on a first 11 that can really kind of focus up, do well. All-Stars are playing their game on the Tuesday. Oh, that'd be very nice if they could drop their game. They did! Oh, goodness, they lost their game. Useful. That's very useful. They're dropping points. They've been dropping points on the regular in the last couple of games. Let's take a look at their schedule and show you. Look, they haven't had a win in 5. And only 2 draws in there, 2 losses. So they do have a very nice run of fixtures coming up. That's useful. Very useful. Okay, we are just loading in for the Manfred Way have got a very good average rating. Expectations, they want a draw. It would be rough. And Lowther doesn't, yeah, no. We know we've got players who just cannot play. Any games to be looking at? Shepherd's Bush against Elmstead, that's a close one. London Cranes, Brentham, that's another close one. The others are more or less down the bottom of the table. So, do the tactical meeting next match only. Make those instructions. They want us to go to court. In fact, we always end up playing for set pieces. So, I'm going to just click that on now and kind of have that in the tactics. And because they're always telling me to do that. They're always telling me like, we should be playing for set pieces. And I'm like, okay. Sam Lawford is upset that the role he's been asked to play. I mean, it's the same role you were asked to play last week. Not sure about that. I mean, it does say that he likes a more direct form of a direct tactic, but I'm not really gonna worry about that because we've got a lot of strikers, and if he does end up being like, you're not playing me the right way, yeah, then you know what? See what you want to do about it. Okay, let's skip and get into the game. Lovely stuff. Now we've gone. We're going to go back to a balanced mentality and see how the possession works in the first 15, 20 minutes. And because if Manfred Way are the challenge that I think they're going to be, you've got to come out and claim that, man. You've got to come out and claim that. The ball goes up. The goalie doesn't come out and grab it. Larsson's got an early yellow card as well. That's not ideal. Very much not ideal. Not the start to the game we were after. Not at all. Hey, man, listen to the... Yeah, lovely. To Duncan. That's the kind of... we wanted. Larsson forward to Bordeo. Into Jack Smith, who goes back. And now out wide, I would suggest. He does that. Nethercott on the ball. Goes back to McDonald. Got new players. It is really interesting how, obviously, as the season goes on, the transfer window is more or less open. You can sign players a lot. Oh, lovely work from Jack Smith. Bordeo gave it away a little bit cheaply, but Jack Smith wins it back. Stringer on the ball, gets tackled again. Maybe a little bit isolated up there. Maybe a little bit isolated. Do we want to say... Oh, there we go. Jack Smith wins it again. Lawford into Stringer, who, unless he's offside... No. No. It wasn't offside. We are 1-1 and we have set things back. And the possession is going up, but let's see where it stands after about 15 or 20. If it's still at 60%, which is, there's a big drop there, 54, 52. If it goes below 50, doesn't look like it's going to just yet. It's settling around 52, 53. So it's a very even game. And notice how it jumped up again. So we are able to hold the ball a little bit longer. I don't think we need to drop onto the cautious just yet. But I am thinking about it because I don't want to give Manfred Way a win. That would really damage our chances of promotion. And the more this season goes on, the more I am thinking promotion is an option. It really is an option. Of course, we want it, but the chance is just going up. You know, the likelihood is going up because we do seem to be able to control games, dominate games. The only slight issue is the shooting. You know, getting the ball in the back of the net and turning that domination into wins and goals and a bit more control. Because once you're 2-0 up, you know, awesome. Just play the game out. That's my kind of mindset. I don't really need to go 4-0 up. It would be lovely if we do, but I'm more about winning the game. Absolutely, you know. So, anyway, good first half so far. It's very even, but we are controlling possession. The XG is also in our favour. We've had more corners. They're committing more fouls. However, we've had the yellow card. I think Larson will take a break at half-time. Just a little swap for Jason John to ensure that we don't end up with a red card. For double yellow, you know, 2 yellows, of course. So let's go to the tactics, make that change. Larson out for Jason John, and hit continue. Hit. Oh no. Well done, controlling possession. Yeah, very very nice. Just keep going on that. And in fact, no, I'm just gonna keep it as it is. Oh, I just snapped my knee. I'm just gonna keep it as it is for a little bit because we are still very much controlling the game, and if we do generate a couple more chances, put the ball in the back of the net. That'll be very nice. Passing completion is also very, very high. Really nice. That's what I'm after from my players. Arndale's having a great game. Maybe it was a cracking signing. Generate. There we go. Look at that. The shot stats are going up. To 9 this time. Oh, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't get overzealous. I don't want to go and attack and end up conceding a silly goal. So Luca plays it long. We get control of the ball though. Allen on the ball. Goes forward, maybe look for a pass. Yep, there we go. Lawford is there, and we've got support coming. But look how quickly Manfred Way got players behind the ball. That's really good workload and work rate. Over the top, Nethercott's going. There's a pass inside. You've got to give it straight away. Stringer's there. That's lovely. That's exactly the type of goal we're looking to score. Either we pass it out to the wingers then get the ball into the box, or we play that over the top ball, that getting behind ball. And we get the wingers on it and then whip it in and put the ball in the back of the net. It's very simple, but it seems very difficult to defend against. And with our good players out on the wing, our good strikers doing a good job, I'm really really happy with that. And Stringer I will not be taking off. Take off Lawford, Sunderman, and yeah, that's the only change we'll make right now. No need to make any more changes. Just a little bit of a fresh legs situation. 2-1 up. Controlling the game, and at the minute, exactly what we're after. Going level on points with the All-Stars. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what we're after. That's really, really good. I'm 75 minutes now, still just controlling the game. I'm actually going to stick it on cautious. Make sure that we don't... No need to make that change. Just keep it on balanced. Try and see things out. Manfred Way on the ball in their own box to Luca, who goes back to Nissen. Stringer is chasing down. Hilke plays it long, and Duncan will take control of that ball. Look for a midfield pass if there is one. There's Jack Smith. Go back. Lovely. Again, go back. I don't mind it. Just don't... Well, I don't want them to lose the ball silly at the back, but I don't mind them taking their time. And that's why we've built up a lovely kind of run games where we control possession a little bit more, because we're not willing to give it away cheaply. And that's, as I say that, give it away cheaply. So let's make a save. Make it. Oh, good save, man. Oh, good stuff, Stephen. Did give the ball away a little bit cheaply there. That was actually Jason John, I think, who made a bit of a wayward pass. The pass is not on. There we go. Makes up for it. Clears that one out really, really well. Hawk on the ball. It into Nissen, who turns back and goes back. And that's the end of the highlight. Lovely stuff. Sunderman, whoa, that was risky. Stringer inside to Sam Allen. Stringer's going. Stringer is going. You've got to... The wrong way. my opinion. He's still got the ball. He's still going. Plays a nice pass. Buldeo into the middle. Yep, there's Stringer. Can't jump. It does jump. Bounces off the bar. And oh my word, it's still there. Alan let that one go into touch. That's okay. I don't want to take Stringer off because he's actually on for a hat-trick at the minute, isn't he? He is. That's why I don't want to take him off. Be a little bit mean. And he plays that ball to Jack Smith, who shoots, and that goes well over the bar. Not the best. Not the best from Jack Smith, but, you know, he had a go. That's fine, he had a go. It goes in, and we're all screaming. Not long to go now. Let's... Oh, we don't need to. What's the match momentum looking like? Are they throwing numbers forward? Get it to appear there. Well saved. No, actually, that looked like it went off the... Yeah, it's a goal kick. It went off the bar instead. See the visualization of the match momentum. Is it all red? No, it's not. It's still green at the end here. So we're still controlling the game as we have for most of it. I'm obviously conceding early, not great, but we equalized rather quickly. And looks like we're going to win this game very, very comfortably in the end. You know, after going 1-0 down, I'm really, really glad that Stringer got that goal. Nethercott gave the assist for the winner. So we just controlled that second half really, really well. Lovely stuff. Great win. And next up, I can't actually remember who's next up. Is it Kensington? It might be. I can't remember. Can't actually remember. But that means we go level on points with the All-Stars. We have finally managed to chase them down and equalise on points. London Cranes have gone above Manford Way. Then again, they've got a game in hand, so they could go back to 38. And we're not going to read too much into that. Let's see what is... Oh, stuff going on. Let's send the assistant to that. I don't need to do every press conference. Wilkins, 4-0. Dang. So Brenton absolutely smacked us, and then London Cranes absolutely smacked them. Then, in fact, when we last played the London Cranes, they beat us as well. Wowza. Okay, it was very close. It was very, very close, in fact. When is our next game? It is in 14 days. Okay, that's a big old gap. Big old gap indeed. Look, that's a very nice badge. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. That is now... We don't seem to draw many recently. More wins than losses, which is really nice. But we're having an unbeaten February. Let's see if we can keep that going. The Rising Ballers game. There we go. There we go. Nethercott says, I'll sign the non-contract. And I'll be getting a little bit of compensation for my performances, which is very, very nice. Rowthorne has not been training very well. 4.8. That is awful. In fact. But Ryan Crosby and a couple of others playing really, really well. Much happier with that. We haven't really gone to any other tactic. Despite the fact that I did go and kind of create those tactics for these other games, we're very much sitting on the current tactic, and it does seem to work even when we lose a game. For example, that 4-1 or this 1-0 against the All-Stars, the last two games we lost, they were both very, very good performances where we easily could have taken something from that game. Of course, if you remember the 4-1, we put the ball in the back of the net twice, keep ourselves in the game, but we were offside both times, which is really, really annoying. In fact, I click it again. The XG was better for us the entire game. We went 1-0 up, and then we absolutely tanked it and lost it 4-1. So that was an absolute anomaly. I'm not going to be worrying about it too much. And we've still got, well, a couple of days to our next game. I don't know when the London Greens next game is. It's probably on the 20th as well, though. So, oh, sorry, the All-Stars, not London. Us. 12 days. Okay, so still plenty of time to go until that Rising Ballers Kensington match. They're down in 9th. To be fair, if we can beat Manford Way, we'll be able to beat anyone. Things seem to be going our way a little bit. Look at these results. Shepherd's Bush and Brentham, two teams that are kind of chasing us down. They take points off each other. Manford Way only just scrape a 1-1. I mean, they were losing and then they're both late goals, but look at that. Exactly what we're after. Bermondsey take points off Newbury. Equinoccio will take points off London Cranes. And obviously Larkspur Pittshanger are both lower down. But every result in that set of results is actually what we're after. You know, it's not perfect. It would be better if Manford Way would lose. But we've got a game in hand. And the team chasing us with 2 points clear anyway. So everything does seem to be just coming up London Greens a little bit. Just a little bit. But the difficult bit, of course, we've got to keep putting in the performances and score some goals. That's really what we've got to do. We've got put in the performances and score some goals. And the London Greens under 18s are not doing so well after a pretty dang good start to the season. They've unfortunately not managed to reply very well at all. So look at their fixtures. Oh, we've got a little bit of interest. Let's do this. Let's set all of this individual training. I'm happy with that. Develop the weak foot. Develop the weak foot. They need to do that. We don't have any under 20. Go to the fixtures. Oof, a 3-0 and a 4-0. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, not really what we're after, to be honest. Papakostas with a 7.2 means he was obviously doing his best to generate something for us, but it wasn't really working. Righto, we are loading up to that Rising Ballers Kensington game. Here we go. In fact, well, doing another bit of processing. But in the in-between stages, All-Stars played their game and they absolutely smashed it. I do mean that in like the most serious way. They absolutely smashed it. They beat London Tigers 5-0 and Jordan Real scored 4. The fact that it was only 2-0 till about the 75th, they got a penalty and then put 2 more in at the end kind of shows me that London Tigers just kind of fell away on their fitness levels, basically. But it does also mean that the All Stars have played an extra game, and now it kind of is like we are always going to have a game in hand, or potentially, you know. So if we can win our next game, we'll just level things up. Which what we're going to try and do. We're going to make some changes, of course, to the team. Let's go into team selection. Have a little look. I think it wouldn't be the worst idea to give Ben Smith a little bit of a start. And let's also give Charlie Morling a bit of a start as well. And I would love to see Johnny Osborne up there, see what he can do for the team. In the middle, it might be a little bit more. No, who do we want to play in the middle? Crosby and Cinderman are very much staying on the bench, but do we want a different player in the middle on the bench? I actually think Zico Creeth maybe has earned a start here over Jack Smith. And give Roddy McNally a little chance. A captain's not been selected, so go to Stephen Mann. That's okay. And let's see what we can do. Again, we're going to start on the positive and see how the possession kind of works. If we are able to take a little bit of control of the game, then we can potentially go a little bit more attacking. But if we are kind of leveled out, then we'll go to balanced and then try and play a bit of a calm game. We just want to keep trying to keep the pressure on the All-Stars, keep winning the games that we're playing. We're in the white kit here today, which is nice. We don't usually play the white kit all that often. Kind of cool. They've already had a shot there. That was off target, though. I believe 2 shots, both off target. So we've seen them off early doors there. No worry. Yes, however, the session is going to start. See if that balances out. It does look like it is balancing out just a little bit. It's gone back to 54. Maybe it'll drop. There we go. Evens again. 51. So Homestead, wow, would you look at that? And All Stars have already put some goals in, which means that they are winning their games. And even if we were to get a win here today, go to 43, they're on 46. Stephen Mann, that is not the instruction, is it? Not the instruction at all. But I guess if they play. Oh, Lawford's broken 3. Wow, I didn't mean to pause that highlight there. Lawford takes the shot. It's gone over. That's fine. If they're going to press high up the like that, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing to bring our midfielders up and send them over the top and see if we could whip a few passes over behind the Kensington defence. Might be an idea. Let's see what happens though. Still very, very early on in the game. Swift on the ball, looks for a cross, finds a cross. Oh, Stephen Mann. Oh, Stephen Mann's dropped it. It's not. Morling's missed interception led to the goal. Well, I think Stephen Mann came to claim it and let it go. So I'm actually not going to say that was his fault. I'm going to say it was Stephen Mann's fault. Gone back to a balanced here. Is it the right decision? I'm not sure just yet. We'll see what happens because at the moment we haven't made very many chances. It's mostly been of. Oh my word, Osborne! What a shot! it's mostly been us feeding off of their mistakes, which is, to be fair, how we concede a lot of goals. We make a mistake and the other team feeds off it and scores. So we'll see. Good ball in. Osborne. Oh, that's the end of the highlight. Wow. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. XG is very, very low. I think I might have to go to a work the ball into the box situation. Possession is high, but not really that high. So let's go to the target, I think, with a long kick. Try and get the ball up the pitch a little bit further, because it looks like they're stopping us from passing out to our wing backs, which is generally what we like to do. So they're trying to cut that option off. We're going to have to play a different way, kind of get the ball up the pitch. In fact, I'm going to go and move our wingers up the pitch as well, and see if that option gives the attackers a little bit more of an option when nodding the ball down. Let's see if that does work. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. 40 minutes, and things looking a little bit more normal on possession, but ballers are seemingly hitting us on a lot of counters to avoid dribbling. Yeah, I mean, that's most part, that's what I do as well. Not been creative enough, and in fact, let's make a few changes because we genuinely haven't. So let's bring McNally on for Zico Creeth, bring him into the middle. Theo goes back. Maybe we'll try and play through the center like that. Okay. Maybe that will work. Roddy McNally comes on. Roddy McNally does play a few games, but we haven't really used him a lot this season, mostly because we've been introducing other players into the starting 11 rather than kind of some of our older players. Very equal here. Seems like we're not able to get much of the ball. I don't really know what the answer is here. They are very compact. In fact, let's throw a little bit more at them. Change the mindset as well to a positive mindset and see if that gets us higher up the pitch with a few more chances. Again, they're giving away a lot of fouls, so that does show that we're attacking at a good rate. Goals all over the place in the Elmstead game later on here, so I think we're going to have to go a little bit more attacking. We go Duncan on the ball to McNally into Buldeo, who takes a long shot, and that is well saved. Nope, it was off the post. So again, taking the long shots have gone into the work the ball into the box position. Up the directness and up the tempo a little bit. Play for set pieces. We tend to have that set anyway, but what's happening here is it too late? Is it too little too late? I don't know. Let's throw some changes on. And Crosby into the attack. Let's go. Morling whips that one in. Can't find a header for us, but Morling's going to get on the end of it. Yep, nicely done. Goes into Larson. Goes back to Duncan rather than across to Smith, who I much would have preferred. Smith to Buldeo, back to Morling, over the top. Nethercott. Inside, there are numbers there, but he turns away instead. Back to Morling, who also turns it back. Ben Smith over the top. Who's there? Nethercott's there, but can't. That was odd. That was definitely an opportunity, but the highlight looks like it's continuing on here. And Ben Smith wins it. Very nice. Buldeo on the ball across to Allen. Forward. No. Not ideal, but look, that's bad from Davison into Nethercott. Cross it in. Find someone. Lawford's there at full. Oh, it falls to Swift. Well, Kensington are now going to bring it clear. Go up to Sanders, but Ben Smith wins it back. Can't control it, though. Out to Barrett. Out to Ioannidis. Owen. Oh, okay. He's just gone out wide anyway. That didn't really go to anyone. We've made our changes. That means we've got a few fresh legs on the pitch. Can we take advantage of that? We have gone attacking, of course. Barrett on the ball, which means we've got less defenders back. He goes forward. Goes out wide as well. Holding the ball here. Good ball in to the back post. Swift is there. No, you got to close him down. You've got to close him down. What is that? That is awful. Why is no one closing him down? That is absolutely awful. Who is that? Is that Duncan? Can't tell if that's Duncan. I think it is. Close him down. That is. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that at all. Going very direct. send the ball up there. How not generated anything in this game. We really haven't. We really haven't at all. But it looks like the All-Stars have actually conceded. They are. They have. Larkspur have got an equaliser, which is useful. We need to... I don't know, every time it seems like we don't have the... Oh, I genuinely don't know, guys. This has not been a good game. We've not been able to attack in the same way. Whatever the Kensington Rising Ballers have done, it has been very useful at stopping our game plan from working. So we're going long, we're going direct. Crosby wins it down. McNally, there's so many forward passes there, but he's gone back instead. Larson to Crosby. Crosby across to Sunderman, who was offside anyway, but Sunderman, how on earth are you missing that? Seriously, that's awful. That is going to be a game. That's going to be a 2-0 loss at home. It's difficult to take, but yet again, another loss where our XG is better than our opponents. Put the ball in the back of the net. There's only so many ways I can say it. Put the ball in the back of the net, please. Disappointed. Very disappointed. So, did the All-Stars win their game? That's the question. We'll see after this little processing session. No, 1-1. So, we don't actually lose that much on the All-Stars. Homestead and the Cranes, and in fact, Shepherd's Bush are just behind us. So, really is close. The All-Stars have got a bit of a buffer, but if I was them, I would be a little bit worried about the teams chasing them down because it's way closer than it should have been. I'm not happy about that result at all. Elmstead win 5-4 against the Saints with 3 goals for David George played. But yeah, that'll be it from me today, guys. So thank you so much for watching today's episode. We don't win, we don't draw, we win or lose. That's all it seems to be right now. And that was a real bad performance. Bad on the attack, really. Just great on the attack. Which does make me question whether or not we need an extra player up there. Playing like maybe a 4-3-1-2. Kind of like that, maybe. Budeo's probably more of the defensive side. And then we play Ham in there instead. Probably McNally, but maybe Jeremiah Meek gets a chance. That's what we do. Striker, maybe? Dribble more. Yeah, I want dribble less. No, but I don't want shoot less either. Maybe just attacking midfielder. Then we edit those instructions. So dribble less, shoot more, take fewer risks. I don't know about that. Yeah, to take fewer risks. Move into channels. Get further forward. I mean, in fact, we could just play 3 strikers, play a 4-3-3, and we just absolutely overload on the positive attack. But I do want maybe Jeremiah Meek in there to be another option. So that's what we'll try next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.